Blessed Rising Soul Family, welcome back to the channel. If you're new, welcome to Soul Family Oracle, where I deliver messages from the divine, the depth of our soul and our ancestors. And if you're returning again, thank you so much as always. I appreciate your support and your energy so much. Today's message is basically saying that you are a living testimony. Walk like it. You are a living testimony. Walk like it. Live like it. I'm speaking to somebody that it was coming through, that somebody has been waiting on some things to unfold, some things to happen in order for them to put together their testimony, in order for them to feel like they have a testimony to give, in order for them to feel like there's something that they need to make noise about, there's something that they need to, I don't know, whether praise God about or just like really allow themselves to shout to the whole world and say, yes, this has happened for me, or this happened, or this, I received a breakthrough that I needed, or whatever it is that but the divine is saying, no, this is happening right now. This testimony that you're waiting for to make is happening right now. And I feel like whoever I'm speaking to, you may be feeling like the testimony is given by you, or that the testimony is what you speak of. But this is what was coming through as the reason why you are a living testimony. You are a living testimony because you are not having to speak your testimony. Your testimony is being seen just by you being alive. Your testimony is being seen just by you living, you being in this world, you living from the energy and the freedom that you have cultivated for yourself. I'm speaking to somebody that has always thought that the divine was going to do something or give you a breakthrough that would allow you to shout to everyone to say, I made it, or it happened for me, or I received it, or the Most High did it for me. And the divine is saying, you never had to do any of those things to show your testimony or to speak of your testimony, because you have been made into the testimony of the Most High. And I feel like there's a message, there's a message that came through months ago, a message I posted months ago. And then this was like in the beginning of the channel, one of the first messages I posted. And I think it said something like, you are the testimony of the Most High, or the Most High you are the testimony of the Most High. And I feel like this is exactly what is that energy that is coming up again. It's saying like, you are the testimony of the Most High. You are the testimony. It is not the job offer that you're waiting for. It is not the house that you're waiting for, the car, the marriage, the home. That is not the testimony. You are the testimony. 311 on the timer. And I feel like when this message was coming through, it was coming through for me to like truly and really understand the meaning of a testimony, right? The meaning of a testimony. And I feel like for whoever I'm speaking to, or for whoever this message is for, you have been holding on to a certain vision of what would be your testimony, or you've been holding on to like a certain desire or something that you've been needing or wanting, and the expectation of receiving that thing would be your ultimate testimony, because that would be the breakthrough that you've been waiting for. That would be like the one last piece you've been waiting for everything to fall in place in your life. And the divine is saying, I made you the testimony. The testimony isn't what I'm giving you or what I'm going to give to you. The testimony isn't the doors that I'm going to open for you. The testimony isn't the things I'm going to give you and the places that I'm going to put you. You are the testimony. You, as you are my living testimony. The breath that you breathe is a part of your testimony, my testimony. The life you live, waking up every day to be able to do what you want to do, is a part of the testimony. This is why it says you are a living testimony. It's like I'm speaking to somebody that as you are breathing, as you live and breathe, the Most High is using you to show the might of what was promised you, of what was promised humanity, as a matter of fact, of what was promised the collective who work in alignment with the word of the divine, who walk in alignment with the laws of the universe, who walk in alignment with that which the Most High deemed for us to do. The Most High Mother and Father had a plan, right, of what humanity was going to be about. And then each soul coming down onto this earth plane, whatever the origin of your soul is, whether you are a star seed, whether you are an earth soul, whether you are young soul, old soul, whatever your soul is. With every soul's contract, or with every soul's coming onto this earth plane, every soul has held a purpose individually of what their not expectations, but like kind of like what they want their achievement to be, or like what the mission would be, or what the accomplishment are supposed to be, right? But then this is saying, with this knowing, you would think that your expectations of what you want to do or achieve for humanity, or what you want to achieve as according to your soul's purpose, are those things that the divine helps you with, that you are able to say, this is a testimony. I did this because of the Most High. I didn't do this by myself. This is, this is a testimony to the glory of the Most High. And the divine is saying, the way you're seeing it, that's true also, but that is not how you make the testimony. You become the testimony even before your expectations. You become the testimony even before your expectations. And another thing that is coming through is you become the testimony before you. It's like you become the Most High's testimony before your testimony. The testimony of the Most High is unraveled before your testimony. And I feel like that is you. You are that testimony that is being shown. You are that testimony that is being seen. It's like, for some of you, the fact that you're even here alive today, right now, at this moment, is an order that has already been, that has been defied, because it's like, for so many reasons, you shouldn't still be here right now. For so many reasons, you should have been out by now. For so many reasons, you should have missed this timeline. For so many reasons, you should have been broken. You should have been maybe sick. You should have been confined. For so many reasons, you should have been in a very different state than you are right now. But this is because you are the testimony of the Most High. It's like you as you are, just living, being alive, breathing, being able to speak, being able to even walk in this energy that you walk in, to say that I live from an energetic space that allows me to be in alignment with my higher purpose, is something that the divine is saying that in its own is a testimony. Because for so many reasons, you shouldn't have been here today. For so many reasons, your course should have been redirected a long time ago. And I feel like I'm speaking to somebody that has faced, I think we can say this over and over again. You have faced so many things, obstacles in your way, but also so many things have been orchestrated to become obstacles in your way. So many things have been orchestrated to block you, or to block you from, basically like living from a space of being able to like really exercise your willpower, right? Because it's like when you're faced with an obstacle, it's usually because those obstacles are orchestrated to like, have you move out of alignment, or have you act out of alignment, right? And I feel like this message is saying, like, the fact that you have been able to be in alignment or walk in alignment, the fact that you have been able to even heal or even understand the fact that you have to heal and that you have a purpose, like a higher purpose, even that on its own is a testimony. That alone is something that is like, and I feel like this is coming through to say, it's like your spirit guides are kind of like, it's like I'm seeing somebody, like, it's almost like a sign, and then you're on the sign, and then they're holding the sign, and it's almost like they're showing you off. It's like, look, this is our testimony. Look at our testimony. You are that testimony. So I feel like if you have been waiting for something, whether it's something big, it's like I'm speaking to somebody where it's like you've been waiting for something to materialize in order for you to feel like you can come out and say the things I've been waiting for have come true, or like the Most High has given me, what I wanted, or like, my spirit guides have answered my plea, or no. And the divine is saying, it's like, you never even, like, what's coming through is like, you never even needed to speak of your testimony. It's like you never even needed to speak of your testimony. So I feel like somebody, you have just been holding on to something or a dream, and you feel like this is going to be that testimony. This is going to be that word that is like you're going to put out, and it's going to be like, yes, this is what the Most High has done for me, or this is what the Most High did for me, or this is how much my life has changed, or this is how much abundance I've received in my life. And the divine is saying, listen, you as you are, living and breathing today, knowing who you are, doing the healing work, going through these trials and tribulations, to me is the testimony. This is the testimony. And I feel like for a lot of you, you may not even know how much you have grown. You may not be seeing just how much you have grown in your energy or in the understanding of who you are, and just exactly what the Most High meant for your life to be like. And I feel like in this knowing, or just coming into this knowing, will also allow you to really see that the testimony is already happening. It's like the testimony is already happening. You are that living testimony. You are that testimony. So it's like just your life is the testimony. You waking up every day is the testimony. And I feel like in some ways, like I'm just getting this energy of like light beings, like literally like, kind of like, it's like I'm seeing like these like light beings, like kind of like, I don't know, like throwing, I don't know, not like a veil, but like, like a piece of cloth, kind of like waving it, and then just like, it's like when you get to the finish line and they're waving like that thing, it's like a flag, but that's not how, this is not like a flag, this is like a piece of cloth, right? And I feel like that piece of cloth is giving me that energy of, I don't know why I'm seeing like, like when from the Bible stories, when Yeshua resurrected. Oh, that's funny because we're in the Easter period. So I feel like, okay, so, when Yeshua resurrected, and then I'm getting an image of like, they say it was just left with the shrouds in the tomb, right? The shrouds are like in the olden days, the bandage thing, or like the white bandage thing that they put around the corpse before they put them in the tomb or something. That thing, the shrouds, if I'm right, yes, shrouds. I feel like this is something like that. And it's like the divine, it's like these light beings, it's like they're waving something that looks like this shroud thing. And I feel like the symbolism of this is to say like your life, this is, thank you Spirit. This is exactly what it's saying. It's like your life is the testimony. Just like in the Bible stories when Yeshua resurrected, that was the testimony. It wasn't the fact that he didn't die, or the fact that he died, or the fact, just the knowing that something had happened out of what everybody thought was the end. That was the testimony. So I feel like a lot of us, 1333 on the timer, thank you Spirit, and 8:33 on my time. So I feel like a lot of us are walking around with the knowing, or in the knowing that there's something that we're meant to be achieving, or something that we're meant to be receiving, something that is meant to basically be coming into our lives to help us to realize a certain dream, right? Or come to a certain point where we feel like everything just becomes better, or everything, it all becomes better, something like that, right? And the Most High is saying, you're seeing everything so wrong. That testimony is already unfolding. The testimony is already being lived. But the thing is, I feel like you're looking at this as a testimony that is your testimony, and the divine is looking at you as their test, like you are my testimony. And as you are living already, you are carrying out the word, that what proclaims my testimony. Because again, for some of you, many thought you would be gone by now. Many thought you would never amount to anything. Many thought you would never get this far. Many thought this would be it. You understand? You may have gone through certain things or something that may have put you in a certain state where many thought you would never come up from it. And I feel like for somebody, I'm speaking to somebody where you may have gone into isolation because of this, but not just like isolation. Like you may have literally like removed yourself totally from a certain space. You may have like left your town. You may have left like your community, your family, because something may have happened that really put you in a negative state. And you were like, you know what, I'm not going to be able to deal with this, or I'm not going to be able to go through this from here, or I don't think I'll ever overcome this. And so you may have left. And it may have been a lot of years now since a lot of people haven't seen you, since people haven't known where you were, like since people have wondered, like, what happened to him? What happened to her? Like, did they ever recover from that? Or like, what was the outcome of that? Or what could have happened? Just something like that. And I feel like the divine is saying this energy may have put you in a state of feeling like there will be something that like you will need to do something big or achieve something big in order to be able to go back, or you would need to achieve something big or do something big in order to be able to like feel like you've done something great, or feel like you've done something that is like going to be acknowledged or going to be respected or going to be affiliated with you, and then people are going to say, oh yeah, you really pulled yourself out of it, or you did it, or you made it, and the divine is saying that is what you have in your mind. That is your expectation of what the testimony should be. And all these things will happen and even more. But when it comes to knowing that there's a testimony unfolding in your life, you are needing to remember that you are a living testimony. You are needing to remember that you are a living testimony. That as you live and breathe, as you be, you are proclaiming the testimony of the Most High. You are proclaiming the testimony. You are proclaiming the testimony of your life. And I feel like there's a need to understand, again, that so many things have happened for you to not be here today. And this is the reason why you need to know that just being able to breathe, just being here is a testimony on its own. And I feel like the way it feels to me, I feel like we can't even understand to the fullest what this means, because it's like the divine is speaking of the divine testimony. It's not speaking of us and our testimony. It's speaking of, it's like, yeah, I understand that you have your own idea and you have your own testimonies that you want to give, and your own ideas of the testimonies that you're expecting and the breakthroughs that are going to make, and it will come. All those things are coming to you. However, you are already my testimony. You are a living testimony of the mighty of the Most High, of the might of the Most High. And I feel like this is where I'm going to leave this message. I feel like that's all of it. As always, I hope you listen with discernment. Take only what resonates and leave what doesn't. And if it resonates with you, kindly share, subscribe to help us reach even more of our soul tribe.